Posted by you, throwaway joint 68. My best friend's BF is trying to end our friendship. I, 30M. Have a friend, 29F, who we will call China. I have been best friends with China since 4th grade. Our relationship has only ever been platonic. No joke. We have literally hugged once throughout the course of our friendship, and that was 2 years ago after I was released from the hospital. China has a boyfriend, 32M, who we will call Mark. They have seriously dated for about 3 years. At the start of that relationship, before things were exclusive, I attempted to connect China with my cousin. It never went anywhere more than me sending her a picture of him and her asking a few questions. Last week, I got an iMessage from my China's iPad calling me out of my name and threatening me for trying to help her to cheat on him. Apparently, she had gone to work, leaving her iPad at home. Mark decided to look through our messages dating back to before they were even in a relationship. He has sent threatening text messages, called my phone harassing me, and even blocked me on my China's phone and deleted me from her social media. To be honest, those things are annoying at best. I don't feel threatened by him really or worried about the things he has said to me. This is what I am worried about. I would have expected my friend to unblock me on her phone and social media. Knowing her personality, I would expect her to be angry with him for taking her property and using it to harass her friend. This concerns me because it gives me the impression that she is afraid of him for some reason. It completely conflicts with her entire personality to see her so passive in this situation. One of the things that Mark is angriest about is the fact that at one point, I told China that she deserved better after he had gotten irrationally angry with her son. Apparently, he saw those messages too. China is a retired vet who works full-time with chemotherapy patients and takes pride in her work. Mark, on the other hand, is a convicted felon out on parole who sells trees and can't hold down a job. In my eyes, she absolutely does deserve better in many ways. Anyway, how do I show support to my friend and let her know I am concerned about her without 1. Pushing her away and 2. Putting her into more potential danger? TLDR, my friend's boyfriend is angry about our old conversations and has blocked me from her phone and social media. Now for some comments. Posted by Venture Birthday. I am very ignorant, but is it possible she does not know you have been blocked? I think finding a mutual friend to check on her is the wise course. Feathers 137 responded with, yeah, not gonna lie, I've been on the other side of this, and that friend and I would sometimes have a few days where we wouldn't talk, so when he didn't message me for a day or two, I wasn't worried. It was only when a show we both enjoyed released a new episode and he didn't immediately blow up my phone freaking out about it that I realized something was off. OP responded with, I should have mentioned that she called me from her office phone to apologize for his behavior. That's when the light went off that she didn't want to unblock me. Posted by Amaranthus. This is a tricky one. You have to assume that any message you send her will also be seen by him, and if she is afraid of him, you don't want to do anything that will put her in harm's way. Maybe either a letter mailed to her, or a message passed through a trusted friend, just short and sweet saying you care about her and will always be happy to talk to her again in the future or help her if she needs anything from you. Don't make it about him specifically, just a general help offer. And then you probably have to back away here and give her space to come back to you when she can in the future. Posted by That's Crazy. Are there any mediums he hasn't blocked you on? Is there email? Are there mutual friends? There's this common rhetoric that victims of abuse won't leave the abuser, so one shouldn't ask. But socially isolating their victims is how many domestic abusers are able to perpetuate their crimes. Check in on her. It could be that she's 100% on his side, or it could also be that he's grown increasingly threatening in a home that has a child in it, and she doesn't want to risk having him explode any further and endangering that child. Now on to the next story. Posted by you, Best Anxiety for Life. My boyfriend and a female friend started to hang out more by themselves and I don't know me, 26F, and my boyfriend, 27M, are together for 4 years now. Right now, we are both handling an existential crisis since any of us is doing what we dreamed of doing and it seems like every plan has failed in our careers. Because of that, my boyfriend commented that he felt like he needed to do more stuff by himself. And because of that he started to go out with a good friend of mine, female. In the beginning I saw it as something normal, but then it just felt weird. One time he spent the entire day out. And it turns out he lied to me about being with her. He says that he lied because he knew I was starting to be paranoid, jealousy in a way. He said, for example, that he was having lunch by himself and was enjoying being by himself, and turns out he was with my friend. Me and my friend talked, and that's when I realized he lied. We had this huge fight. Because of that, he broke up with me. I went to my parent home for a while, and when I came back, he was so much calmer. My friend knew about everything until there. She knew that we had this huge fight. She knew that he lied about that day, and she knew I was an absolute mess. She also seemed that she was upset with the situation. And for some context, they didn't have this friends relationship. Because we used to hang out all together, and because she was my friend, some things we would be together alone. When I came back from my parents' house, things seemed better. However, my boyfriend mentioned that he was planning to go out with my friend. I tried to be okay with that. But one day this friend invites me to go out and I agree. However, I didn't want to go out right away. Maybe a bit later. She was planning to go right away since later she wanted to see something on TV. I mentioned that I was having a shitty day and we kinda left the conversation like that. Late afternoon, my boyfriend says that he was going out with my friend, and that made me feel absolutely uncomfortable. I don't know how to explain, but she knew all the things that I've been through and didn't ask if I felt comfortable with them being together. I felt weird with the idea of her sending him a message inviting to something and didn't ask me anything, even knowing I was not feeling very good. I asked to be with her the next day and told her that what she did was really disrespectful, and I was not expecting this from a friend. I decided to have this very honest conversation with my boyfriend, and we both agree that we loved each other, and we want to work things out. However, I explained that I didn't feel comfortable with him and my friend together. He agrees not seeing her at least until I feel comfortable with that idea. And currently we are great. However, I don't know if I should talk again with my friend. Trust her again, because normally I cut people off when things like this happen. I've been through a lot of Fuji ha, and that's my way to protect myself. Do you think I'm actually being paranoid? What would you do? TLDR. My female friend started to hang with my boyfriend even after we broke up and having this huge fight because of her. My and boyfriend are okay now, but I don't know what to do with my friend's relationship. Now on to some comments. Posted by Joe_Joe4. Neither of these people care about you or your feelings whatsoever. And that's not okay. Your boyfriend is lying to you about something that clearly makes you uncomfortable. Your friend is fully aware of the details and that she's a point of contention in someone's relationship. Yet she still continues to insert herself in the situation. Do yourself a favor and drop both these people. OP responded with, "It's hard to hear that, but yeah, you are right. Thank you." Posted by Sunnyday 6995. Girl, that is not your friend. And your boyfriend is sneaky. You sound mature enough to realize this. But I truly think you need to cut both out of your life. Honestly, how sure are you that they didn't hook up when you were broken up? 'Cause I'd bet my left kidney they did. Murky Egg 8326 responded with, "I agree. I smell a couple rats. If he was lying then, how do you know he's not lying now? I feel like they probably hooked up before you broke up." Posted by Alternative Wing 922. Your BF needed space, so he starts doing things with someone else? She isn't a friend. She would have told you right away that your BF was asking her to hang out. They both went against your concerns and kept hanging out, even when they knew how you felt. Both of them are shady. If you and your BF decide to fix your relationship, then she needs to be cut off completely. Now on to the last story. Posted by you, Hamchunk Juice 5. My 40M wife, 38F, is keeping me trapped in a dead marriage. We started discussing divorce in late 2019. Due to a variety of things, it kept getting put off. Pandemic, kids' school became distance learning, move for work, etc. In 2021 we moved to a state where a no-fault divorce can only happen if both parties agree. We moved together so that we could still co-parent and see our kids regularly. She has now changed her mind, and in this state there's nothing I can do. I moved to a different state. We were near a border, so that I could file there. After meeting with an attorney, I was told that yes, I can file in my state, but she can claim jurisdiction, because our kids live with her, and move the case to her state, effectively putting me back at square one. I was taking the no-fault route because it was really just a gradual breakdown of our relationship. Sleeping in separate beds, then separate rooms. We effectively lived as roommates and nothing more. There are no traditional at-fault reasons like drug use, adultery, etc. We spoke about it earlier today, for the first time in a while. She claims that she's keeping the family together because she feels it's morally right. She also has this belief that there are other entities at play, like some outside force that is controlling our lives. I told her that was batshit, completely detached from reality. She says that both our parents stayed together even when times were tough. Yeah, no. Both of our parents stayed together through misery, and neither were a good example of a healthy relationship. There is a lot of backstory. Early in our marriage she assaulted me, because she thought I was cheating. I was not. She had key loggers on my computer, voice recorders in my car. All sorts of shit that I now realize were massive red flags. I guess I didn't end it then because I couldn't bear the idea of not being with my son, who was 4 at the time. Over the years, things got a lot better, and we had our second child. Things were even pretty great for years after that, but it's just devolved into nothing over the past 3 to 4 years. We haven't been intimate in at least 3 years, and at this point I wouldn't even consider it. Here I am now though. I am miserable. Always angry, frustrated. I sit in my office at work with a constant lump in my throat because I'm constantly upset. I cry in the shower on a pretty regular basis. I'm seeing a mental health counselor once a month. Getting out of bed each morning is a monumental task. I love my kiddos more than anything and try to do as much as I can to be a great dad for them, but it's becoming so hard. I feel powerless, hopeless, depressed. I'm considering antidepressants just to have a chance at feeling normal, but I know that won't change my situation. I don't know what to do. Now onto some comments. Posted by Spiderbeast. I think the vast majority of US states have provisions to allow divorce if only one party agrees. My divorce went to trial. My ex still wouldn't sign off. But the judge reviewed the decree. It was in compliance with what the judge decided after the trial, and the decree was recorded over his objections. Like you, we lived in separate states when I filed. He contested jurisdiction. He lost. Most states allow for divorce if the other party cannot be located. I think you may need a better lawyer. Tread52 responded with, "You're correct, most courts will grant a divorce even if the other person doesn't sign. I've known a few people this has happened to where the spouse didn't sign but were still granted a divorce. I would do it for the kid's mental health, not just his own. The longer he stays with his wife the more damage he does to his kid's mental health growing up." Gerd 50501 responded with, "Did it affect any financials? Does the other party get more money in some cases in states like that?" Posted by Vlak Strex. You don't need anybody's permission to leave. Just get out of that house and start fixing things in your life one at a time. You're already single, in every sense of the word but one. Stop waiting for her to give you her permission. OP responded with, I have left. And I'm trying. My kids spend the night every Friday, and they look forward to it. We cook dinner together and watch movies, play games, etc. I gave my daughter my old phone so she could call, text me whenever she wants. And she does. A lot. And it's adorable and hilarious. Animal Lover 38 responded with, you can always talk to your lawyer and ask his advice on simply living your life as if you're already divorced. As in sending her a message saying she can fight all she wants but you personally see this marriage as already ended and will start living your life as such. If you want to start seeing people, you'll need to be clear with them that you are separated but not divorced. Many women will not want to even attempt to date because of the stigma that you could be lying or you're the one who doesn't want to be divorced, but that's that. You'll need to talk to your lawyer mostly so that you can make sure if your wife gets the case moved, she cannot proceed to turn it on you for infidelity and such.